Hey Tool Nuts, I'm Doug with toolnut.com. Today we're going to be unboxing the new Milwaukee M18 Orbital quarter sheet sander. So this is yet another great addition to the ever-growing line of Milwaukee's M18 line. There's over 200 tools now available to you on the Milwaukee M18 platform. So as I normally start with, this is only being offered right now by Milwaukee as a bare tool, meaning you do not get any batteries, you do not get a charger with this tool, you only get what I'm going to show you here. So you'd already have to be part of Milwaukee's M18 battery platform. If you're not though, there are starter kits, batteries and chargers available at toolnut.com that you can do purchase there. So obviously you're getting the unit there, that's the first thing. You're getting a sandpaper punch plate, you're getting a dust bag, and you're getting a universal hose adapter, which will fit a wide variety of hoses that are on the market to shop vacs or vacuums out there. And then it looks like you're getting a couple sheets of pre-stamped paper. This paper is 4.5 by 5.5 inches. Milwaukee right now is not offering the sandpaper. It looks like you're getting 120 grit and a 220 grit piece of paper, and then the manual with that. So again, this is pre-cut, pre-stamped. There are companies that offer the 4.5 by 5.5 where there's no holes in it, and that's where this comes into play. I'm going to mount one of these pieces of paper to the sander, and then we'll kind of show. So if there was no holes, basically, after I put the piece of paper on the base of the sander, I would then take it and press it into this, and then it would put the holes with the aligning the holes for the dust collection into the paper. So you always want to keep that if you want to use the dust collection. If not, you know, you're going to have airborne dust. If you don't care about that, you don't have to put the holes in the paper, but you'll have airborne dust, and you'll have material on your sander. The whole point of this, this sander will catch up to or collect up to 95% of the dust. So biggest thing, you got to make sure you're putting this on correctly. You can see there's 2 extra holes here at the front, on the bottom. So the first thing, which this hasn't changed in years, it's pretty much the same on most quarter sheet sanders. Open the back clamp, and then you're going to press this one here. You're going to get this kind of centered side to side. You're going to push this in there like that. There is a stop point. Let the clip go, and then bring it down and around. I'm a little off, so if I go more to the side this way, almost there, and a little bit more, there we go. And you can see as I pull it down, keep it taut, I'm lined up almost perfectly with my holes. Hold that in place, keep your fingers out of the way, pull the clamp down, and make sure it gets locked back in. So that's how you set it. Again, if you do this with a non-stamped piece of paper, it's the same process. You don't have to worry about us getting it as perfect as that. And then you would use the plate, push it into, and press it on, and it would make the holes there for you. All right. So we'll do a demo here in a second, but just to go around the tool, we already went through the clamping system. Is nice and easy. Here's your on-off switch here. You have variable speed. This will go up to 13,000 orbits per minute. This is a 1.6 millimeter orbit, which gives you a strong balance of removal rate and gives you a great surface finish on that. So pretty sure I hit the majority of the points there. Again, all the other specs, anything that I didn't cover, is going to be on toolnut.com. All right, so we're going to use this with a dust collector, but again, you know, to connect this is pretty easy. If you didn't want to use that, we're going to be using the new Milwaukee M18 wet dry vac. With this, we're going to connect it with this adapter. Get that on there. So this again works with any of the M18 batteries. I only had a 5 amp hour battery here to use. You might want to use a slimmer, you know, 1.5, 2 amp hour, or maybe a 3 amp hour to keep the balance on the tool. It is a little bit back heavy, but it's not terrible. But again, keep the weight down and keep it more balanced. You're probably going to want to use a slimmer battery on this. All right, so we got that all hooked up. I'm going to turn on my extractor. And you can see here, there's 3 ports. Some hoses will fit on the inside. This Milwaukee hose is going to fit on the outside. And then you have a third size for 2.5-inch hoses that will fit on the outside of that. And we're going to turn this on. You can see, run you through the variable speed real quick. I like to start off sometimes on a lower RPM so it doesn't bounce on me. See, no dust whatsoever on that. Looks like more than 95% to me, but you know, it does a great job when you're using that with the stamp paper and an extractor. You know what? Here, let's do it because I'm sure people are going to ask. Let's disconnect that. Let's put on the dust bag and see how she does. Now that bounce sometimes, if you're not perfectly flat with your surface or it's an uneven surface, you might get that a little bit at the beginning. The other thing you could do sometimes to help with that is turn down the variable speed. It'll take a little bit longer. You can see I'm not really getting any airborne dust there. And it did get the majority. I mean, there's a little bit here on that, but it's not terrible. So, you know, it looks like you're getting pretty much 100% with an extractor connected and probably about 95% of it with just a dust bag. So seems pretty darn good to me. I don't want to be breathing that stuff in. Who wants to wear a mask anymore, right? All right, so for this and any other specs, check this out now at toolnut.com.